Welcome everybody. We are given this question to find which number is larger. So you got 30 raised to the power of 59 and 59 factorial. Now factorial functions, they increase very rapidly. Say for example, you take 2 factorial, 3 factorial, 4 factorial, 5 factorial, 6 factorial, 7 factorial, 8 factorial. 2 factorial is 2, 3 factorial is 6, 4 factorial is 24, 5 factorial is 120, 6 factorial is 720, right? And 7 factorial is 5040. 7 2s are 14, 1. Okay, that's correct. And 8 factorial is 8 4s are 32, 3 and 40320. Now clearly you see here, the first two numbers are single digits. The next number is double digit. And it is followed by two triple digit numbers, and then immediately it goes to 5040. You see the rapid jump from 720. There is a huge leap, and it does not stop there. 5040, from 5040 it leaps to 40320. So clearly you can see the jump is very sporadic and it's very rapid. So that is the nature of the factorial function. Now coming to the power function, this is actually 30 raised to the power 59. Now imagine you have say 2 raised to the power of 1, 2 raised to the power of 2, 2 raised to the power of 3, 2 raised to the power of 4, 2 raised to the power of 5, and so on and so forth. Now clearly I know this is 2, this is going to be 4, this is 8, this is 16, this is 32. You see there is a linear increase. Clearly I can guess the pattern. From 32, if I want to go back, I can clearly go back. Or I would say from 8, if I want to go in the forward direction, I can literally go in the forward direction because I know the difference, the distance between the numbers. Okay, so the point I wish to make here is that this power function is very systematic increase, but that is not the case with factorial function. Now we are given to compare two quantities, okay, 30 raised to the power of 59 and then 59 factorial. Now if you were to write down the factorial for 59, it's going to be 1 multiplied with 2 multiplied with 3 multiplied with 4 multiplied with 5, 6, and it will go on all the way to 59. Now what I wish to do is I want to couple the terms. I want to couple them as 1 multiplied with 59, 2 multiplied with 58, 3 multiplied with 57, 4 multiplied with 58, 5 multiplied, this is 56, 5 multiplied with 55, 6 multiplied with 54, 7 multiplied with 53, and so on and so forth. Okay, now you have actually paired the numbers from 1 to 59, but there will be one number which has no pairs, or I would say which is single. Now you will have to spot that number out. Now how do you do that? You take this 59, to 59 you add 1 and you divide by 2. What do you get? 60 divided by 2. What is that going to be? That's going to be 30. So 30 will be that number which stands alone. So that is the first thing you need to do. After that, you will have to actually find out how many such pairs are there. For that, you take the number 59. So this is for how many such pairs are there, right? So you take 59, you take away 1 and you divide by 2. This is going to be 58 divided by 2, and 2 divides 5 2 times, and you have 9 there. So 29 such pairs are there. This is a very important information. Okay, so having got these information, what I wish to do is, I would like to go to the other side. That is the side where we have 30 raised to the power of 59. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to write the numbers down. So 30, right, 30 times, because we will have to actually stretch this, okay, that is critical. So this means there are 30 quantities, or 30 raised to the power of 1, 30 raised to the power of 2, like that. 59 such 30s are there. So we will have to write them down. 30 times 30 times 30. So this goes all the way up to 59 terms, right, or whatever number they have given. But in this case 59 is given, so I'm just stretching up to 59 terms. Now what I wish to do is, I would want to split them up into first 29 terms and then next 29 terms. So 30 times 30 etc. 29 terms, and then 30 times 30 etc. 29 terms. Now these two coupled together will give me 58 terms, but we need 59 terms, so the one term will be lying out. Okay, so that's this quantity. Now what we have to do now is, we have to join these together. So 30 with 30, that's going to be 30 squared. 30 with 30, that's going to be 30 squared. 30 with 30, that's going to be 30 squared. So this stretches all the way up to how many terms? 29 terms, right? And there is 130 that is lying out. Okay, so this is for the left side and this is for the right hand side. Now let me study the terms that we got. Now 1 and 59. Now 1 added with 59 will give me 60. So 60 divided by 2 is 30. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to express 1 and 59 with reference to 30. So from 30, if I take away 29, I get 1. From 30, if I add 29, I get 59. Similarly, you have 2 and 58. So from 30, if I take away 28, I get 2. From 30 or 230, if I add 28, I get 58. Similarly, 3 and 57. From 30, if I take away 27, I get 3. From 30, if I add 27, I get 57. So this goes all the way, right? Covering all the terms that we have listed here. Now, there is a formula which states that a negative b times a positive b will be equal to a squared negative b squared. So this is going to be 30 squared negative 29 squared, 30 squared negative 28 squared, 30 squared negative 27 squared, 30 squared negative 26 squared, and so on and so forth. It goes all the way to exhaust all the terms that we have. Now clearly what you see here, from 30 squared you are taking away 29 squared. So clearly the number that you are going to be getting will be less than 30 squared. From 30 squared you are taking away 28 squared. The number you are getting will definitely be less than 30 squared. So similarly, from 30 squared you are taking away 27 squared. The number you are getting will be less than 30 squared. So in all these cases, the number that we are getting will always be less than 30 squared. So does that convey anything to you? The information is, all of these quantities, each of these quantities will be less than 30 squared. less than 30 squared, and so on and so forth. Now clearly you compare it on the left hand side. So what does that mean? That means each of these terms are less than 30 squared. So that means clearly this quantity which you see here is going to be the larger one. So to conclude, we have just found out 30 raised to the power of 59 is greater than 59 factorial. That is the end of this particular question. Thank you everybody. Please like, share and subscribe.